What's up, toe suckers? Play the intro.
If only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to small places. We're running up that hill. We're running up that building. If only
could. And guess what? We're back to playing a minimum wage simulation, right? Now, I'm understanding that all of you who are watching this are currently out of a job, right? And so I thought, what better way? It seems like I always start off everything with better, the word better. Now, but you know, let's get right into it. I bet some of y'all, this might be traumatizing to see, because you're like, no, I want my entertainment to be free from you know, what I do over at work, right? So we're gonna play this relatively new game. You know, I have never played this game. I think, you know, it's a new one on this platform at least. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, some of y'all, you know, like I was saying, this might be traumatizing for y'all, because probably some of y'all are basement dwellers. I mean, not to like stand on a soapbox or anything, you know, because I'm not really working at the moment right now. As I told y'all, my get rich scheme is this channel, and that's about it. You know, I'm using all of y'all for my own benefit. But you know, I recently found out that gaming channels don't actually earn a lot of that money back, because look, I got no idea how you play this game. They don't earn a lot of that money back because geez, oh, finally, yeah, you press space on it. They don't earn a lot of money because they're dealing with copyrighted material. So I might be getting nothing out in the end of this. I'm gonna be broke, right? And I'm gonna still be playing these games just cause. But I mean, okay, whatever. Move with, jump with spacebar. Okay, well, I'll jump by moving towards a wall. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's see if we can get past this freaking game, you know. Okay, oh, that makes sense. Alright, yeah. It took 5 tries to get that one right, but, you know, we got it good. Yeah, we gotta be a cooked burger. See, look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. Right, like, look at this. Oh, my gosh. But back to the subject of, oh, shoot, we did it wrong. It's not how they wanted us to. Back to the subject of, you know, like, you know, material. You know, we're kind of seeing this, shit, that one's wrong. You know, in a way, artists are running out of ideas, you know, like, right now, like, too often, they're kind of going off and, you know, borrowing, I guess, from the real world, you know. It's because it's finally coming, the blurring of the lines can no longer, you know, be occurring, right? Like, what am I even talking about? Well, I mean, I guess it fits in line with what I was, you know, with Iranian new wave cinema, as I was talking about it last time. How much of it was, you know, the recording of the filming itself, right? And now, in games like this, right, to like the point of it is, this is me just, you know, doing a little bit of deduction from, and like forced analysis from this. But this game is very obviously inspired by, you know, the, like, working a shift at McDonald's or something like that, right? That was the groundbreaking idea that made someone go like, yeah, no, like yeah, let's make this into a Coolmath game, you know, like. And but again, that none of it is anything new, right? We see some of this and stuff like Animal Crossing is a pretty popular example of that, where you have them kind of go through, you know, real life activities, you know, like fishing or something, like building a house, sort of like that. But you know, it's funny to me how much those kinds of games actually have a kind of disturbing similarity with a concept that, you know, we were talking about very early on in this channel, which was of you know, the fake effect that games can have you do of like having accomplished something. And so like those kinds of games, like, they're just taking it to a whole nother level, right? Like, okay, yeah, you don't own a house, right? But you can, oh my god, you can own it in this fake, you know, digitally realized world. And I think that's probably how it's gonna, I mean, probably not, but if we want to go like really dystopian, right, we could see a kind of, you know, future in which people just stop trying. And you know, like in the movie Up, where you have all the morbidly obese people, comforted after, and have everything, made as a convenience to them. But like, I mean, that's just an animated movie. Come on, like, some of that stuff you can't take serious, all the time. But oh crap, you know what I mean. But yeah, like, up to this point, I haven't had to. I will in the future though, like, have to deal with cooking as a job, but I haven't really like tried a fast food place, as a job yet. Not really, but who knows? Probably one of these days. I certainly won't be on here trying to grab some loose cents from these games. It's really, I still can't get over the fact that how little money I'll actually end up making from all of this. I won't get to see much of it. Like because you are a gaming channel, that much more of it is just sort of taken from you. I kind of, it's practically the same exact thing. No, it isn't, but it's practically the same exact thing as the CEOs. The CEOs of my company who are behind this company, anyways. Right? I have to. Now this is taking it like really, really meta. We're stretching it here, right? This won't even make sense. But within this game, right, you are working a shift. And it's like this crazy long adventure that you have to go through just to fit all these stuff in there. This is like, I swear, some of the stuff, some fast food worker would think up of, because they're so bored with, this disgusting existence, that they had to create some little freaking adventure in their minds so as to sedate just how dull, working at a fast food fast food restaurant actually is, But I mean, if we want to look at it like that, this is kind of like, I mean, that kind of work is sort of like an odyssey that, you don't, I mean, it is kind of an adventure, you go from, one, I mean, you're kind of limited as to where you go off in the kitchen, right? But you go from, like, the bread, you go to get the bread, and then you gotta, like, get the patties, and then you gotta, cook them on the grill, and you gotta wait a little bit, and then you keep coming back, and then eventually it is all transported to the unknowing customer, right? Who is like just out there waiting impatiently while this whole process is done. The irony within all of this is that I'm trying to get to is that for all of my struggles in getting this burger done, and which will, by the end of it, if we're an actual fast food employee, is like thousands of burgers. Right? Is that at the end of it, I will only see a little bit of what these companies actually produce, right? And if this sounds like I'm calling for a revolution or something, well, I mean, not really, but it's just something that I don't think we should see it any other way or try to shy away from. I mean, I swear that's how it is, fact is, CEO, right? He sits in his chair, right? He's warming that seat. He's warming it up, while all these other workers who basically make that company are, slaving away, to put it gently. Slaving away for, these kinds of companies to get. And, this is where I was saying I was stretching it, right? In just the same way that I will only get a little share from this gaming channel, right? That I'm hoping takes off one day, even though how much actual effort I'm putting into it, not a lot, but, we're gonna see. Right, however, for some of our family members, right, you fellow toe suckers, there might be a chance that I actually get to play some more expensive level games, and that just means games that I was too much of a cheapskate to buy for, right? So that's open up, all right. So if maybe in the near future I'll be playing some freaking I don't know, Fortnite or something, which I can't even think about. But yeah, all within this game, right? I don't know how long we're gonna take to pass this. Yeah, already wrong. See, this is kind of funny too, right? I mean, in a way, though this is abstracted, how do we say, abstracted, and formatted into a video game kind of, with the ones of the old days, with Super Mario, that same format of Super Mario Brothers, the old NES versions at least. This very much, I swear, the people who made this probably weren't even trying, but I'm finding meanings anyways, right? So this is true, right? Like we're trying to match the. In a way, now that I'm thinking about this game might be just propaganda. Okay, and let me kind of like ease you in. So the objective is you have to get the burger exactly to how it appears on the photo, right? And this is a goal that almost all these fast food places are gonna want you to have, right? Like I mean, I bet some of y'all who worked in that industry can relate to like, you know, putting in like the effort to make a meal, and ultimately it ends up being the wrong thing. It wasn't what I ordered, right? Then the customer like looks at you like kind of like, yeah, that wasn't what I ordered. Like are you almost done? Like I'm hungry, I want to eat, you know, kind of thing. And but what ultimately happens is like in this game, which is just represented as death, you know, you lose. Like you have to start over again, right? But the thing here within at least material reality is that, you know, the restarting involves you know, wasting food, right? And I mean, you really start to think, I mean, just how much of that wasted food, because it did not follow a specific guideline, could actually feed an entire population, you know, of people who can't afford food, right? Like the freaking distinction that some people deserve to eat, you know, and others don't, isn't one that is like outright said, but it is obvious, right? You don't have a certain amount of money, you don't get to eat. You can't afford the meal, you don't get to eat, you starve, all right? So I mean, but that's implicit, right? If any fast food company said that outright, right, they'd be like, oh, you're a monster, right? But in a way, we kind of also agree with that, you know? Like, geez, I mean, you'd be like, I mean, if you saw it, right, you'd be like, if you saw like companies, some companies actually do the kind of thing where like, I don't know, but if you were to see, you know, these kinds of companies giving this food away, then it'd be like, okay, what's the purpose of buying it, right? Like, and there'd probably be a outrage over it too, you know, like oh, they're giving away the food nobody wants to a bunch of homeless people, right? Well, I have to go out there, work my job that I hate, and I have to come here so I can buy it, right? So I mean, even though these complaints, I mean, exist, I mean, how do you keep them both satisfied, right? And really, I mean, my proposal, you know, as head of fast food or something, which I probably won't ever get to, right? Like, these are humble beginnings, you know, I'm just in the, but yeah, you know, if y'all can get me to 1 billion subscribers and 1 billion views, I think we can actually get me so that I can change fast food forever, if y'all actually want to see it, right? And the first order is we're gonna legalize food, you know, like, now that sounds stupid, right? Like, it's not illegal to, that's probably a bad way of putting it, but now we're gonna make food available to everybody, alright? You know, there's no reason why. Okay, I'm already thinking of some ways this thing could fail, but okay, but yeah, let's think about that. What would be the arguments to keep some people from having food and some others from not? It's a basic thing, you know, that I'm outlining, but when you put it out there in words like that, it sounds so depressing, you know, like that. And some people are gonna be like, you know, oh, seriously, did you just wake up? You know, like you didn't know? Like, yeah, that's the world. That's the world. That's how it is. You know, like, stop complaining. Like, go out there and go make, you know, like, just put the fries in the bag, you know, kind of thing. But, yeah. Where am I kind of? Yeah, that would be kind of thing. But it's also kind of an argument that, you know, I guess the best, you know, argument against this kind of thinking would be that, hey, if you don't have a certain people, right, who don't eat, then what's going to be their motivation to work for me? Right? And now that's even more depressing, right? The fact that, I mean, that in order to convince someone, you know, to work for you, you have to deprive them of certain things, you know. And here's the thing, too. At the bottom of this, you know, like, at the bottom, if we follow this to its logical conclusion, right? Like, there's not enough jobs for there are people on this earth, man. There are 8 point something, reaching almost 9 billion people on this planet. You think there are 9 billion jobs out there for all of these, like, these people coming in, right? Heck no. There's always gonna have to, I mean, in that there requires a certain group of people to have nothing, to absolutely, you know, starve to death, and so that those who can afford it, you know, they can get on ahead. So, homelessness is not a bug, it's a feature, you know, it's a. But what else am I saying that's new? Not much. We could start a cooking channel, you know. We could start a cooking channel, something like that, maybe. You know, we could I could actually make some money off of it because I'd be using the original content, you know, not someone else's. But, you know, we'll see. You know, like. And also, another thing, I guess, if you want to really, like, extrapolate it even further. Like, I mean, like, a burger is trash. It's junk food. I mean, like, I swear, like, there's not much health-wise to a burger. Like, that beef patty is like it's just a bunch of freaking, like, what do you say? It's just gonna clog up them arteries, you know? Like, I mean, in the long run, of course, you know, like, once in a while, yeah, it's okay, right? But it ain't really good to, and then you get those, the buns, you know, the bread, great, you know, like, and then you have a sad excuse for tomatoes and lettuce. I remember, you know, when I was younger, right, you know, these burgers, right, they had so few lettuce and tomatoes, you know, that after, we got them from, whatever place we're buying them, McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever, you know, I'd take out some of the lettuce we had, or a tomato, and, like, chop it up and put it in there, you know, give it some more. Give us some more of them vegetables, you know what I'm saying? And also another thing, like, this is kind of going, like, very unrelated, because I'm like running out of stuff to say. But bro, when my mother cooked hamburgers, I swear to you, they were better than anything that, maybe that's me just glazing my own mother, you know, because you know, like, that's, like, everybody thinks that their mother's cooking is, you know, the best, but to be honest, how true is it, you know, like. But no, like when my mother cooked, you know, like, those burgers, I swear, like, you know, like, just much more, I don't know, like the meat, it tasted juicier, and the lettuce and tomatoes more organic and whatnot, and, like, and the cheese was just, like, melting already, right? Like, everything is like, McDonald's and Burger King, right, is extremely processed food. So I guess that's not too much of it doesn't take that much to, like, top it, right? But I'm telling you, like, when I realized that, I was like, geez, like, I got this order wrong. Okay, when I realized that, I was like, geez, like, I mean, how much what if all food is actually like this, right? Okay, so another thing, I just had this idea, it came out of nowhere, but I guess it's good enough to fill this runtime with talking. But man, like, why do you go to fast food, right? Easy, it's convenient, right? And, you know, I like to eat some stuff that's unhealthy sometimes, right? Because I'm a big back. But really, it is that convenience, I gotta tell you. Like, how many people, like, they get like, home from work, and, like, bro, I gotta, like, yeah, like, some of these people, like, what am I trying to say? Okay, back from work, or something like that, or, I mean, it's just right there, you know, it saves you time and whatever, but I mean, I'm telling you, like, is it better, is short-term, like, I mean, what would you choose, right? Would you choose, like, I mean, in a way, short-term, products kind of become long-time, you know, like, permanent things, like a permanent hold in your bank account or something, or in your expenses, right? Like, of course, you know, setting up a food garden in your backyard is going to take some time, right? It's going to take some failure, and you don't want to touch grass, I get it. But think about it long term, right? If you plant these seeds, and within years, you know, they sprout out. Like, I swear, you got your own food in your backyard, and all it took was, like, months of, you know, focusing in on it. You know what I'm telling you? Time is the biggest thing, and how to, you know, balance it, I think, could be like is a tool we're not really looking at too much, you know? I'm talking more than I'm playing the game. Wow. I hope this is entertaining for some of y'all. Yeah, but, I mean, that really, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, that could be, like, the kind of, the antidote to, our, you know, food insecurities, right? Like, I mean, yeah, for as much as McDonald's wants to lay claim to you know, this to themselves as a brand and property, and certain people probably have, certain fast food, you know, places have copyright so as to their recipes or whatever. Nobody nobody owns the idea of food, right? I mean, you can grow it. If you can grow it, it's yours. I mean, it becomes yours, basically. If you want to. But yeah. You know, like, that's something, you know, for as much as I'm talking about it, I'm not really much of a gardener. However, I do come from, I do come from a family of farmers. So, it's in me, at least. So, hopefully one day, like, I get tired enough and it comes out or something. Like, and it can't be that hard. You know, like, if people hundreds of years ago were able to do it. The problem right now that I'm thinking is really the kind of, like, you know, when I was younger, I used to think, oh, you know, just plant seed in your backyard and it'll grow eventually, right? But, like, I mean, not taking into account the fact that, like, how much of your soil is just, you know, not fertile. Like, I swear, like, that took that took the magic, not the magic, that took the reality of it from even coming, you know, so. And that's really just it, you know. I just need to find out how much, what I need so as to make my soil fertile again, and how to plant it, how to get rid of them weeds, how to protect it against insects and, you know, pests without using the bug killer or whatever that is gonna definitely have some effect on my food. And, you know, I'll be good to go, you know. That'll be kind of it, yeah, that'll be. But for now, you know, we're just playing this game. What's it called again? I forget. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna finish, and we're well past our time. So, yeah, I guess bye, toast suckers. I'll see you in the next one. And that means the other side, because I'm not making it out of this by the end of this year if I don't get rich. Alright?